on straight away?
Yep. Ladies and gentlemen.
You're listening to Truth on Tap with host Kevin
Kierstead.
We're on the air, bitch. Truth on Tap.
The big show.
Ramzy shaking up piss.
Some say that karma is a bitch.
Yes, karma is a bitch.
Some say that karma is a bitch.
The Arab is coming after me tonight, and that's okay because we've been at each other for the past couple days. Are you done with your pee-pee yet? Are you done with your pee-pee, or are you actually playing with your wick? Because you know you Arabs always want to try to blow something up. It's the big show, Truth on Tap. Your host, Kevin Kierstead. Tonight, here it is, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You're going to be hearing the Arab midget, Ramzy Sweis, coming after me and telling me what kind of white cracker imperialist I am. And we'll go back and forth. We're going to talk a little bit about his career that's coming up. And if Bad Ace will stop playing, that would be cool. Bad Ace, I love you guys, but you got to stop playing when I don't tell you to. Ramzy, whenever you're ready, jump on in here, man.
Hey, that wasn't fair. You were saying a bunch of stuff, and I didn't hear you.
I know. That's not fair. It's like a sucker punch over the radio. It's not right because now you can't even defend yourself.
No. Just tell me what you were saying. You have who? What's going on? Who's coming?
I just said we were going to talk a little bit about you. I said I got the crazy Arab bastard angry playing with his wick because he's in there trying to pee. And I said we've been at each other for the past couple days because you've been going nutso, and I've been laying back. That's all I said.
I know. I'm sorry.
Well, it's okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
no, it's better to lay back.
Well, you take your career seriously, and maybe you should. See, I don't think I have that kind of future as a career. I might, but I don't think so. I'm not looking for it. You are. You're a gung-ho guy. Long as you stay that way, I can just about guarantee you success. But we just don't see.
Well, how old are you?
I'm 41 now. You're only 30, right?
You sound young. You sound. Does anyone ever tell you sound like somebody? Yeah, I'm 30.
No, I don't ever get. I get told I look like people.
You sound like you're from Virginia.
Well, who do you get
sound like? I know. Who do you get? who do you get that you sound like?
Nobody tells me I sound like anyone. I get told that I look like.
I mean, who do you?
Who
does people say you look like?
The guy on the guy on Castle. They say I look like him. Most people say I look like JFK Jr. Or I'm sorry. Yeah, I think JFK Jr. The one that died in the plane accident.
You look like.
And my niece calls me the white Will Smith. So you have that.
You look like Will Smith?
That's what she said. I used to, but now I got a beard and everything, so I fool people.
Yeah, I see the beard. I saw the crotch rocket.
Yeah, it's not even a real crotch rocket. It only goes 35 miles an hour. And it's tiny, and I'm 6'5".
I even said that.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's a tiny scooter, and I'm 6'5". So that's
why I wrote on your wall that Kevin's legs are so lanky that he stops his motorcycle using his legs, like the Flintstones.
I didn't even see that, but yes, I actually do, and I'll confess to it. So you can't offend me when I'm admitting to it. Give it your best shot, Ramzy. All right, I represent the white American bastard ass. Now, you are an American citizen, is that right? I don't want to take that away from you because I'm always calling you the Arab from Jordan. Now, that's not fair if you're a true American citizen. Or do you have a visa, or what's going on there?
Do I have a visa?
I don't know.
No, I was born here. I was born in Melrose Place, not Melrose Park.
Okay.
Melrose Park was a TV show.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be cool if I was born on a TV show.
Now, why did you go to Jordan? Just to see family, or what was the point?
Why are you starting to get like hallucinations of being in the war or something?
No. I just want to make sure that people are, it's not fair for me to call you the Arab as if I'm talking to a guy from Jordan when you're truly an American and you're living here and in the defense of our nation. It's not fair to you. So I just want to make sure everybody knows, if you're an American citizen, if you just visited Jordan, or if you fucking hate this place and wish you weren't a citizen, I want to know how you feel. Truth on Tap, man. It's a show about truth.
Well, tell me more. Tell me more. Let me get more of it. I want to kind of give you a good response. So let me get a little bit more about you. So you were a veteran for how you were in the war for how long?
I wasn't in the war. I served during the first Gulf War, in defense of it, and I did volunteer to go, but I wasn't sent. I was in the Air Force for 4 years. I would have been in longer, but when I blew my knee out, I became non-worldwide deployable. That means they can't get an orthopedic surgeon to every battlefield. So it's called a status 4T, and I had the option to get out, so I went ahead and got out then, because I knew I couldn't, at that point, I couldn't go to a battlefield. So I was just going to be hanging back.
What point? How old were you? Is this when you started the radio station?
No. I was 22 then. 22 when I got out of the Air Force, and then I went to college, and then I just started the radio station.
You went into the Air Force you said you were in there for 4 years, so you went into the Armed Forces at 18?
That's correct, right out of high school.
Out of high school?
Yep.
And what age were you when you turned 6'5"? Were you like 4 years old?
Yeah, well, I was about 6 foot tall by 4 years old, but actually, when I was in high school, I was 6'4", and I was super skinny.
I saw the basketball picture.
Yeah, oh my God, and my legs looked broken in that picture.
You were holding the basketball.
Yeah, well, they made me because I was the tallest, and it was a ridiculous picture. I mean, Oh.
That's why I'm always making fun of you, because I said you got spaghetti legs.
That's what they look like, and but I was only 6'4", and now I'm 6'5", so I gained an extra inch in the Air Force.
Oh, I drive a smart car, and the limit to be inside of a smart car is 6'2".
Are you serious?
6'3" if you got like a flat sole, like a shoe, like a skinny, like a flip flop or something.
Yeah.
But 6'4", it's really cutting it, and there's definitely this guy was like 6'4", 6'5". He was like 6'4", but he had like steel toe boots, so he was like 6'5", 6'6" or something. Yeah. And he could not get in for the life of him. So yeah, there's a cutoff there. I look like a badass in it because it's black and white, and I'm 5'3". I'm 5'3" and 3/4", so.
Yeah.
It's black and white. I call it Obama. It looks like Adele wearing a pinstripe suit because she's so fat. It looks like who's a fat person I can name?
Let me think of one. Fat people have problems with gas usually, so it's just. Oh, did you hear that? Did you hear that? Oh, I think I hear. Oh, Lordy, did you hear that?
No.
You're not hearing the sound effect? Oh, Lord. It's just gas. Terrible gas. The sound effect I'm playing. Who do I know?
You do a good job with that.
Yeah, I try to time it well. Timing is my strength. So, I don't know.
There's some fat people out there, isn't there? There's some fat people we can name.
I know some fat people, but I don't feel right naming them because that's it could be insulting to them, I don't mind insulting people who are being assholes, but I don't like to insult innocent people.
No, Adele says that she likes being heavy set.
Really?
So that's not an insult. Yeah, she says that all the time. She says she doesn't mind being heavy set.
Chris is happier than a fat black woman. A fat black woman will put on her lace-up shoes, fat hanging over the laces. She's going out on a Friday night. She's going to dance. And she'll be like, hell yeah, I'm fat, but there's some good you-know-what under this layers. So there you go.
Oh, my God.
He said that's why fat black women don't care. They're going out, they're going to dance, they're going to have fun, and don't care how much they jiggle. They're pleased with themselves. But some people aren't.
Wow.
I don't think I would do good as a fat person with my bone problems, and I would do experiments. Like I'd be in the grocery store lifting up and dropping my belly to see if everything jiggled, and children would get scared and everything. I'd probably have the cops on me. That wouldn't be good. Ramzy Sweis is who you guys are listening to. He's never told the same joke twice. What do you think about that? You can get in on the chat. Come on over to...
get in on the chat. That's important.
Yeah, you need to get in on the chat, and you can call in, too, and be on conference call with Ramzy. Ask him some questions. But the chat is over there at Spreaker.com/user/truth-on-tap. You can get into the chat. I'm going to bring it up. I didn't have it up.
I'm gonna get on there now.
Okay.
Hold on. Spreaker.
Spreaker.com
/user. What's the rest of it?
/user/truth-on-tap.
I gotta type in user twice.
No. User's only once.
Okay. User/truth-on-tap chat room.
Yeah. No. Don't type chat room. Just Truth on Tap will get you to the show, and then you'll see that there's a live show broadcasting. Do you see that?
Yeah, but I hope it doesn't turn on because then it's gonna mess up.
Yeah. Don't push play.
Dang.
Or you can just.
You got 1,200 plays, man. I got.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got. Let me check. I think I got on SoundCloud.
Mm-hmm.
Started about 7 months ago. How long have you been on Spreaker?
Literally less than 3 weeks, dude.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
I have, oh, hold on, I gotta log in. I think I got like 600 plays. You got double me.
Damn.
In like a quarter of the time. So you're well, how many shows a week you do? You do Caps on Tap?
Yeah, it's random. I mean, I've done about 25 episodes so far, but you've got a 1,000 more, 10, I don't know how many thousands more of YouTube views than me. I don't have any YouTube.
Hold on. What's your YouTube? I'm going to subscribe to that. What is your YouTube name?
Well, the one I use is William Wallace. From Braveheart. That's the name. And I did that because they were forcing me to use my real name, and I don't like that. I don't like having to use my real name.
I talked about him in my, I just subscribed to you. You got 113 now.
Awesome. Okay.
Banking with Hitler. This is going to be awesome. You got 140,000 hits, man?
Do I really?
Well, yeah, I'm Banking with Hitler. What's this about? This is 45 minutes long.
Banking with Hitler? What the hell are you talking
William
about?
Wallace uploaded a video. Maybe I typed in the wrong person. Hold on a second.
I think you did. Banking with
William
Hitler.
Wallace, WILLIAM, space WALLA.
I'm searching the same thing you did.
Right?
Yeah.
William Wallace space with the C?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. There's the movies. Let me see the...
How can I search? How can I search members? Oh, let me just sign in. Yeah, I don't know how people are finding me.
There you are. It says you have 2 subscribers now. Does that sound more? You don't have a picture? Does that sound more right? Correct?
No, I think what you found was my new Truth on Tap profile, which nobody knows about yet. But see, I've got several profiles.
Well, it says that you. It says you uploaded El Regazo del Kimono de Oro, Sarah Una Velta. I don't think this is right.
I don't know what that is, brother. Let me sign in under my real name here. Okay, here we go. Finally, thank you, YouTube. Kevin Kierstead at gmail.com is my original. I never remember my password, so I'll be screwing around with this for a minute. What do you got coming in LA? Talk to us about that, Ramzy, because I want my fans to be able to follow your career, and hopefully we can keep doing shows even if you get busy out there till you're too big for me. Now, see, I've got my profile up, so I'll just I'll just send you a link. Profile says what? Well, no, now you're taking me to Google Plus profile. I didn't want to go to that. Oh, I see why, because they have the YouTube profiles on the left, the Google profiles on the right. YouTube, my channel. Here we go. I'll be able to send you a link. Okay, here's the link. It's youtube.com/user/what's the deal. With it's spelled WUTZ. You got it? Are you there, Ramzy? Okay, he disconnected. That's cool. I don't know what that means. Let's see. I think you know what it is? I probably ended up hanging up on him because I signed out of my account. So let's get Ramzy back. Shit happens. I don't care. That's how life is. Deal with it. Let me sign in here. Now, I guess I'm going to sign in as No, I didn't want to sign in as that. Well, shit. Let me think. I'm usually pretty quick on my feet, but this one has kicked me squarely and solidly in the nuts, my friends. I'm closing out of YouTube. Forget that. Didn't want to be in there anyway. I don't know why I was looking. I'm going to go to my... Here's how I'm going to do it. I got my Google Chat open. I'm going to log out of that. Pull up my Gmail, which is, you know where your G-spot is? It's in your Gmail. Yeah. I'm surprised more people don't just realize that. It's very simple. It's where your G-spot is. Guys, if you're looking for a girl's G-spot, just go into her Gmail. You got it. Rub around a little in there. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, she'll hoot and a holler, hoot and a holler. Got the Gmail open. Ramzy, if you're listening, I've got it open again. Call back in. I'll answer your call. And you can tell us about LA. And we'll keep this thing going. We got plenty of time. It's only 8 minutes into the show. We'll be fine. I'll be waiting on your call, bro. Take your time. And everybody else, just to let you know, we're going to do a Caps on Tap show after this one. I'm in the fourth shootout of the year. 4 games, 4 shootouts, 2 wins, 2 losses. And we got a lot to talk about when it comes to the Caps. So I'm going to leave that at that. Ramzy, if you're listening, come on and call back in. 910, no lying. And I'll pick up. I signed out of my account, which hung up on you. That's just not right, is it? Almost sounds like I'm abusing the Arab midget, and I'm not trying to do that. Sorry, Arab midget, little guy. Get on your camel and ride back over here to the show, or else I'm going to call the police on you, and they'll chop your hands off for stealing a candy bar or something. Let's see, Google Voice. Friends, let me admit a weakness I have. It's just important to me to do this. There we go. Let's sign into that one instead. Close this one. The number is 910-665-9464. If you want to call in, you can go to the show instead. Get in on that chat. Just go to Spreaker.com/user/truthontap. You're going to see a live episode there, and you can click on that episode and bring up the chat window, and you'll be good to go. And here comes Ramzy. We're getting that now. Ramzy Sweis. Ramzy, Bobamzy, Banana Fana, Fofamzy. What's up, Ramzy?
Oh, man. Nothing. I thought I upset you.
No, you didn't upset me. I accidentally hung up on you like a dumbass, and I do this about once a year. I make a totally dumbass mistake.
You said you started 3 weeks ago.
I did. I made a totally dumbass mistake. I signed into a Google account to get you my YouTube thing, and it signed me out of my Google Voice account, which hung up the phone. Shit. What an idiot.
That's okay, dude. Hey. That's not an idiot. You accomplished something. Now you know about the Google Voice thingy.
Yes, well, I had to learn.
But William Wallace active 3 weeks ago.
That probably is me.
It says that you like Stan Getz in 1967. Did you like that? Did you like Stan? Did you like Billie Holiday, Stars Fall in Alabama?
No, that's not me, bro. I don't know why it's not showing you me. If you want to find my profile, I'll tell you how to do it. Go to youtube.com.
Yeah, tell me how. Yeah.
Go there and go to, put in the address bar, youtube.com/user/what's the deal. And it's WUTZ, the deal.
Yeah.
That'll pull it up.
There it is.
That's me. That's me, bitches. Yes.
God, you sound so young, dude. It's weird because I'm not saying that you look old or anything.
I am old.
You have children and you're married and you have a family and everything, right?
Well, I'm not married right now. I was married and divorced. I'm looking to propose to my lady here in the coming months or years, depending on how she's feeling about it.
Wow, that's a big announcement.
Yeah, I feel old. And if I don't sound old, that's weird because I'm a cigarette smoker as well, which is a terrible, filthy habit. Kids, don't ever do it. But if you're going to do it, admit right up front that you're committing a slow suicide, and that's what it is.
I would agree.
Yeah, it's bad stuff.
So, sorry?
Yeah, and I'm glad you don't smoke, Ramzy, because smoking stunts your growth. You would have been 2'3", and that wouldn't have worked out well for you. I could have worn you as a legging, just put my foot up your ass and worn you as a legging, or put you on my keychain, man. Hey, look, y'all, it's Ramzy on my keychain. He'll tell you a joke. Tell him a joke, monkey boy.
That's really good, actually.
Thank you. I try. I'm not a comedian like you, but I'll get one in once in a while.
You sound like Chris Hardwick. I think Chris Hardwick's and hey, that's a coincidence because you're always talking about my wick. But I think he's a comedian, Chris Hardwick.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of sound like... Did you get that Man Cow book?
No, not yet. My girlfriend went and checked the mail today. We have a post office box, as you know, and she didn't get it yet, so it'll probably come Monday. What do you think about Man Cow? You like him?
Yeah, dude, he was great. My favorite were I think Eddie and Joe Bo in Chicago. I think they were. I don't know if you ever heard of them. They're Chicago.
I'm not really a huge radio guy, so I don't know anybody. I'm sure they were famous,
Well, now they got too old. They're in the 50s. But there's what was I gonna say? People say that some of my jokes are like Rush Limbaugh jokes because they're kind of like offensive.
Yeah.
But my preset, only about 20% of my jokes are offensive.
Mm-hmm.
So, I
don't think your jokes are that offensive. Some of them suck, though. So, but something.
Tell me which one. I would like to know.
Well, like the one you told about Dick Cheney and Bush and Colin Powell. That was funny.
Okay.
There's been a couple where you'd say something. Well, here's an example. You want to know the ones I think are funny? The ones I don't find funny are the ones when you're on stage, look at your YouTube videos, and the crowd doesn't laugh at all. Those ones. Those are bad.
So I know because the whole idea is that I don't repeat a joke, so I record all of my shows to prove that it's possible. Because a lot of people don't think a lot of people don't believe me.
It does sound impossible. What you're doing is very difficult. So people give you credit for that as they should. You can refine a show and make everybody laugh.
I can what?
I was saying you could refine one show and make everyone laugh, but you're choosing to go the path of never telling the same joke twice. That's going to present a constant challenge on finding fresh material.
No, it's not about the fresh material, but it's about people that think that just because nobody laughed that it's not funny. Because I've heard of jokes before that it's just it was just a bad timing. I mean, it's pretty easy to comprehend that just because it didn't go over on the audience doesn't mean that the person watching it wouldn't think it's funny.
Well, good point.
But you're saying that if the audience doesn't laugh, that it's automatically not funny.
Well,
but I'm sure
really.
I'm sure I'm overdoing it.
I don't think it's. What I'm saying is I'm just like your average audience. So if they don't laugh, I'm usually not laughing. In fact, it's very difficult to make me laugh.
Yeah, that's the average audience, exactly.
Yeah. American versus Arab. I had to change the description because I titled this incorrectly. Let's see, comedy. You're going to L.A., is that right? Ramzy.
3 weeks.
3 weeks? All right, I'll fill that in later.
Men don't tweet, only women tweet?
Well, yeah, tweet sounds very feminine to me.
It is very feminine. You know why? Because there's that word called all of Twitter, which means like if somebody is all of Twitter, that means that they're talking about you, or that there's like a lot of commotion or something.
Ah, okay.
Like they were all of Twitter, like they were they wouldn't stop talking or something. Well, and so this guy took that word and made it into a business. There's a lot of verbs and a lot of businesses that are based on verbs and like catchy words like. There's just a lot that they use verbs and they use like catchy phrases and whatever.
Okay.
And what was I saying?
I don't know.
I guess that's the point.
Oh, see, when you get old like me, you don't remember shit from 10 seconds ago, bro. That's all. That's gone.
Yeah, I know.
But Mr. Ramzy is going out to L.A., you guys. He's taken the big step. He's going for Hollywood. What are you going to do when you get out there? Do you have a plan? You sound like a type A to me, so I believe you probably have a plan. I am a type B. I don't plan shit. I just do it.
Yeah, no. I like to have everything kind of, I like to line my ducks, I guess they call it. I guess that's the phrase. I have I got asked to be on a TV show. I think it's called, I don't know the name of it. It's in L.A. I'll let you know. With this band member who plays with Smokey Robinson Jr.
Mm-hmm.
I think the original Smokey Robinson passed away. I think now only his son is alive or something.
Okay.
But anyway, he asked me to be on his TV show for some reason. So that's a good start. I know I have a lot of connections there.
Yeah.
I wrote for an actor, an Arab actor, who works at Spielberg. He didn't like what I wrote, but that script ended up winning 2 awards.
Damn.
Yeah, and it got me a job for the Chicago Screenwriters Network. I read about 1,300 screenplays, and that's why I was calling you. Is that I the other day is because I'm the founder of scriptwriting on LinkedIn, and there's so many people that would love to be on your show.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're looking for guests though, you know?
Well, sometimes I am and sometimes I'm not. It really depends. Like I'd like to have a regular guest co-host, but you know, a few people, like there's a couple of people I really wanted to be on all the time to co-host with me, and they just sort of fade out. They're like, I'm interested, no I'm not. Yeah, I'm interested, and no I'm not. So what I really wanted...
I'm a type A. You could trust me, right?
Yeah, I can trust you on that.
All right.
I wanted if I was going to be Howard Stern, which I'm going to be way better than him because I don't need to have sex on my show to be good. I wanted my Robin Quivers, and in fact, one of my friends, April, was perfect for the job. In fact, it just so happened, it didn't matter to me, but it just so happened that she was a black female, me being a white male. It would have been almost a duplicate of the Howard Stern show. But she's confident on air, she's smart, you know, and funny, and had all that going for her. So I thought it would be cool. But yeah, I was looking for a co-host. So once in a while, I'll look for a guest.
Sounds like a funny person. You make a lot of jokes about, you know, April and I don't know.
Yeah, she is funny.
Yeah.
Well, what are you going to do though when you get to L.A.? Now you've got, you know, I didn't know you had written 1,300 screenplays, bro. I wrote 4 novels and I brag about it. 1,300.
Oh no, yeah. No. I don't know where you got that number. No, I said I read.
Oh.
I read.
Oh.
I worked for the CSN department. I was actually chose the winner for the comedy genre. I wrote, I entered a lot of contests, won some. I was reviewed by Quentin Tarantino's Code B Productions. The screenshots on my Facebook, which is really strange because anytime you say something, everyone's like, "Well, that's bullshit." Unless you have a screenshot, and you're just like, "Okay, now I gotta like make this whole like promotion thing," you know, just because somebody doesn't believe me.
Yeah. You got to prove everything. I hate that, man.
Yeah, I see what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's why I carry around a copy of my x-rays with me. Because I'm afraid people say, "Oh, what's wrong with you? You say you're crippled." Yeah, well, you're walking around. Well, I'll pull out my x-ray report and have you read it. What do you think about that, you know? And I don't know why I feel a need to prove myself.
Who the hell would say that?
Well, I think people think it. You know, no one's really said it, but I think people think it. Around here in Virginia, they're very, if you were to go on disability or something, even if you have a valid disability, if you can walk around, they think, hey, go work at Walmart as a greeter, even if you're in a wheelchair.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, that's what they believe. And they don't understand that every 20 minutes I'm putting ice on my back, or right now, dude, I'm wearing a back brace that is so tight, it will cut a 1/4 inch into my skin, just to get some relief in my spine. Now, does that sound like something you could do for a 9 to 5? You know, I'm messed up, dude. Mashed potatoes.
That's sad. I'm sorry, but that's fucking sad.
Yeah, see, I don't talk about it much because, and that's another reason I'm into comedy, listening to it. Like I said, I don't do it, but I listen to it a lot because it helps me enjoy life a little more when I'm always feeling this pain. So my spine is basically mashed potatoes right now. My right knee is a baked potato at best. And I live with that. But I don't know how we got on that topic. I guess, because we were talking about proving things to people. Why do you have to prove everything? Nobody believes you anymore. I think it's because culture today is comfortable with lying. What do you think about that?
Well, I think that now that there's no gap between middle class, there's no middle class anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's now lower class or high class. That you just see a whole bunch of low class behavior going on.
Good point. Are you on a landline right now?
Why, is it bad?
Well, it sounds good, but I hear the occasional echo, which I usually only get from other Verizon phones.
My Verizon phone's in my pocket. Should it not be in my pocket?
No, no, it's not going to harm anything.
I'm using AT&T.
Okay. I just hear something
office.
once in a while, and we have a little bit of a delay. It's like a half a second delay. I can tell that bothers you.
No, it doesn't bother me.
Okay. Because like you'll start a sentence, but I will have just said something, so it'll cut into your sentence like 2 words in. So, but that's okay with me. I just kind of live with it as part of radio.
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. I have my 21st radio interview tomorrow at San Xavier University.
Yeah.
Which is a pretty religious college, and the promo is on my wall, on my Facebook wall.
Okay.
It's going to be on 83 or 88.3 FM.
Let's tell people how to get to all your sites now. Go ahead and run me through the gamut of that. I want my listeners to know how to find you.
Well, there's Facebook.com/comicram, and that's where you friend, but Facebook.com's Ramzy Sweis, that's with the Z, Sweis.
Yeah, and by the way, there's no E. There's no E. It's Ramzy.
Yeah.
Sweis.
Yeah, and I hold daily raffles. I'm just gonna post a radio shower. That's right, a shower radio, a radio you can use in the shower. I'm going to also raffle off these little handcrafted teacups, but like there's like it's like a house. It's hard to describe. You got to see the picture. And I'm also giving away, because I'm moving to LA, as Kevin said, I'm giving away books for any listeners. Go to stores.ebay.com/boostliteracy. Boost Literacy, 99% off. I'm also giving it away if you say that you mentioned that you heard us here. Because I'm moving to LA in 3 weeks, and I have 120 authors or something, and I don't want to pay to get them to LA, because I got them from Chicago at libraries that closed down, and so I'm not really losing anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just making people happy, and being happy that I didn't just throw away the books or.
Yeah.
Because I've already done the goodwill thing, and and donate. I'm donating, and I'm just doing, just trying to be charitable.
I hear you.
But I wanted to mention. So the reason why I contacted you a couple days ago was because I was if you need a new guest, and also because I have this bookstore. If I can post your book on my eBay store.
Yeah, that would help, man. I mean, it would gain exposure. See, when I first published my 4 books a couple of years back, I was so fired up, and I got a bunch of sales.
Awesome.
Well, I got a bunch of sales early, but they started dropping, and now I'm lucky to sell a book a day. So I'm not real fired up about it anymore. It's like I love writing books. I got another one coming out soon, but
you got to promote it, man. I mean, that's half the business.
You're right. I'm not a great
for
promoter.
every $1 in Hollywood that they put in a movie, they got to put in $1 for advertising.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So I mean, it's because everybody's doing it, and it's just insane. So I can help you on my script writing group. If it's a book pertaining to, hey, you want to see this book that would be an amazing movie, or whatever kind of books you think would fit in my group. And I was on this radio interview last Saturday. We had an interview last Friday, right?
Yeah, we did.
And then the day Yeah, it was. It was 1 week from today. And the night before, I had 4 radio interviews in Atlanta, South Carolina, to Kentucky. I mean, North Carolina, Kentucky, and then I don't even know. But one of them was a show about script writing, so I had her send it out to 2,500 people. So I was just trying to help you out.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I wanted to also say I got a couple of jokes.
Go for it, man. Make me laugh. Make my people laugh, brother.
Have you happened? I will. Did you happen to play those get those sound bites that I emailed?
Yes, I did get those. Yes.
Were they those the funny ones, right?
Yeah. You're talking about when you emailed me like 15 of them?
There was 3 spots. There was a minute, and then a 4-minute. The 4-minute one was a PG, and then the minute was just saying that, hey, I'm going to be on Kevin's show, and then the other one was just a bunch of like jokes, like what's a 96?
I don't know. A 69 upside down?
When 2 people turn around and fart on each other's heads. I think I told you that one last week.
No, you didn't. That's a new one.
So I was looking at my family tree, and I was wondering why I'm a midget. And then I realized it was a bonsai tree. What did one tampon say to another tampon?
Oh, this is going to be gross. This can't end well. I have no idea.
Nothing. They're stuck-up bitches.
Oh, snap, son!
Why can't midgets wear tampons?
Why can't midgets wear tampons? I got no idea.
They trip over the string.
Yeah, I had to use a sound effect on that one. That's bad. That's very bad. But it's good. It's good. It's a good joke. I'm sure my people are laughing at that one.
Well, that's good, man, because I like how I know I said that I like how professional you are. That you I know you said you like to keep things kind of on the down low, although you do have a very popular show. But yeah, you're very professional, and I think that we're gonna have a great show in the coming weeks. Because I'm a really hyper. I got like a hyper. I'm like Sonic the Hedgehog over here, and you're just like chill, just like chilling out.
Yeah, I mean, that's balance. I was going to tell you earlier this show, I was going to say, Ramzy, are you a high energy person? Because you come across that way. You do everything.
Damn, dude.
You're always doing something.
I'm like a yeah, I know. It's I don't know what's wrong with me, man.
That's an asset to most people,
Yeah. That's
but you
true.
might die of a heart attack in 10 years, so I hope your stress levels are okay.
That might. I mean, you sound. I mean, if me and you had the same majors in college, psychology and literature.
Yeah.
And I wasn't able to finish because it was just too much fucking reading.
Yeah.
But you would think that somebody with such vague or such broad interest in life would really get nowhere.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was like, well, I don't know what I want to do.
I still don't know what I want to do. I just do whatever I feel like. I mean, here's the way I look at it. Life goes by very quickly, as everybody knows, and I'm not going to throw a bunch of cliches at you, but there is a passion inside each person. And if you don't go answer that passion, you're not getting the fullness of life. If you're working that 9 to 5 saying, well, look, I got to be responsible. I got kids. I'll work at Walmart. Fine. But if you're ignoring your passion, even if you have to go after it in your off time, you're not living a full life, Ramzy has gone after his passion.
Yeah.
I am doing what I feel is my passion right now. I'll never stop writing. I'll always be a writer. Hopefully, I'll be on the radio forever till I lose my voice. And radio's fun, It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, you're built for it. And, I've tried to write novels, and I've tried 11 different times. I was like, all right, I almost kind of finished one about Abraham Lincoln, a short story, and I kind of finished another short story that I actually made into a really, really long story. But it's almost impossible. It took me like 11 years. It did actually take me 11 years to finish one novel, or like 10 years. It's hard, man. It's so hard, you know. It's especially now with, I mean, you're literally, it's called Facebook, you know, and if you're writing a novel, it's just such a distraction.
Hell yeah.
That you know what I'm saying? Just like, I'm just gonna go on Facebook, you know, and then and it's just the name that just draws you away from the idea of writing a book, like, or like facing the idea. You know what I'm saying? Actually, it's just so ridiculous, man.
Yep, I hear you, bro. Facebook is electronic crack, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, once you try it, you can't stop. You know, you're addicted.
Well, LinkedIn, I'm trying to delete my profile, and I'm actually not allowed to because I have a page. And so I'm doubly screwed because people find me annoying, and I never even wanted to have a profile, but I have no choice because I have a page. And Twitter, they're money suckers, so I'm not really big on, I mean, Twitter can be helpful for the people that are savvy with it, but LinkedIn I like the best because you can select down to the groups, you can email whoever. It's so easy to use, and then people are really friendly, and there's forums and there's threads, and you can share to, you know, the groups, and each group has, you know, thousands. It's just so cool, man.
Yeah, LinkedIn is basically focused on employment, in my opinion, and you can find writers and stuff too. But I didn't like all my employment info being out there for some reason, you know. And I did it for about 5 years. Had a LinkedIn profile, and then I said, well, you know, I'm not really using that now, and I've got my entire work history laid out on the internet, and if people have that information, I just suspected that maybe I'm not the paranoid type, but maybe they could use it against me somehow. So I just took it down. You know, I kept all my other profiles up, but I took down my LinkedIn one.
You have your own website?
No, I used to, but.
Oh, I thought you said. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I wasn't sure. I mean, if you were afraid of the Taliban or something, you know.
Hey, speaking of the Taliban, let's talk some Arab versus white dude stuff. Now, you were going to answer me earlier about how much time you've spent over there in Jordan and what your connections are to the Middle East, so we can give people a connection to you in the Middle East, because they're going, Arab versus American, what is this? Well, Ramzy is an American.
Oh,
he was born in America, but, you know, let's give them a taste of what your connection to the Middle East is.
Yeah, exactly. That was the first question, and I'm sorry I've ignored it for like 30 minutes. I'm a stupid Arab.
It's a bloody miracle that I remembered it, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Holy God. So anyway, I was just about to say, I never had a single conversation with my grandparents. Well, on my mom's side, they're both passed away. When I lived with my grandma in the Middle East, that's when she passed away. You know, we had a really deep connection. She never spoke English. My grandparents that live about 20 minutes away on my dad's side are still alive. That they don't speak English. I studied Arabic for 1.5 years, and I don't understand shit. I mean, I'm not trying to be like, you know, I'm an idiot or something, but I tried my hardest, and it's just it's the you need to have I don't know, man. I tried for 1.5 years. I was living with my grandma for 1.5 years. Going to the University of Jordan, studying Arabic at the language center, it was called, and the dialect. There's slang, and then there's what they taught you in school. So I mean, I was easy for me because I live with an Arab family. You know, none of them, they all spoke English, except the people my age, but anybody older. So it's really, you know, when you talk about me being just, being an American also, I'm also, but also very, very cultural. I mean, you know, my mom and dad only speak Arabic to each other. My brother pretty much knows it. I know it pretty well. I was going to school there because I wanted to live there. I wanted to be a translator because, like you said, or like we said we were saying last week on your show, after 9/11, I just never felt like I belonged. I just didn't feel like I belonged. I don't know. But then I went to the school. Then I went to University of Jordan, and I was like, "Holy shit! All these people remind me of terrorists. I want to go back home." I was just like, why is this guy looking at me weird? Why does this fucking beard look like pubic hair? What the fuck is going on? Why is there 600 people trying to get past the security guard? This is fucking perfect place for me to get bombed. But anyway, and I'm not trying to be a dick or anything. But after 9/11, it was just embarrassing. I mean, it still is. I don't think that'll ever go away.
I don't think so either. I sit here and I badger you because here's what Ramzy and I are doing. You guys may not realize this, but there is a worldwide cry for people that know about the Middle East and have ties there to bridge the gap between themselves and the West. We treat them like they're some kind of animals that are all out to blow us up. And they think of us as someone who wants to go stomp the globe and piss on everybody. We got to learn about each other because understanding only comes through dialogue. And if we don't learn about each other, we're never going to bridge those gaps. So here's Ramzy and I, and we go at each other a little bit because that kind of represents the temperature of the day. But really, we're trying to get, awareness out there that humans are on both sides of the pond. We all want basically the same thing: a happy family, a decent education, a chance at a good job and a nice house. That's it, And if we just understood each other a little bit more, this world would be a much better place.
And honestly, you like I said last week, the way you're able to reach out to your audience is spectacular because, like you said last week, when you turn on CNN, it's all about these stupid Syrians and these and I don't know, maybe I'm it's sensationalism or something, but every news channel you see something about Arabs. Mm-hmm. And then when I was in the Middle East, all that was BBC, and they never said shit. They're never saying, watch out for these terrorists. I'm not saying, I'm not gonna act like a baby and say, oh, you call me a terrorist, whatever, because that's, there's many American terrorists.
That's right.
There's just as many American terrorists as there is Arab terrorists or whatever.
Yeah.
It's just not a very specific word, but what was I saying? I do get offended by all the CNN, all the alerts, all the threats, everything they're showing, the angles they show, and then when you go there, they don't, it's not the same thing. They're not just like, oh, this America, like I said last week, when I go to the Middle East, dude, everyone's like, oh, I need to go to America. I've waited 5 years to get a visa, 20 years, 30 years. I just want to fucking go to America. And then they only give you, even when you get one, they only give you one for a couple of years, which is fine. I understand that, but what was I going to say? When I go to the Middle East, everyone thinks that I'm made of money, that I came out of a Hollywood movie, and I'm like, dude, this is not cool. You guys, and now it's very, very westernized, and a lot of people, they, 80% of the, I don't know if you know this, but 80% of the world is under 30 years old. And so, now I don't even, like I said, I wanted to go back to Jordan, and I feel like this isn't my home or whatever, but on the same token, and even more so, I get kind of nauseated when I go back to Jordan, and all these girls are at the clubs and acting like they're just acting very Western. And then you go up to some of these girls, and honestly, this happened to me. I went up to this girl at a nightclub, and I had her brother, her dad, her uncle come up to me and start talking shit to me. I'm like, this girl's laying out her vibes. I'm trying to lay out my vibes, and why are you harassing me, basically? You know what I'm saying?
What was the nature of the harassment?
They were just over like, what are you saying? You're not allowed to talk to her. And she wouldn't even, kind of like say, she wasn't even cool about it either, but like they were all like, what's your problem? You're not allowed to talk to her and all this shit. And like I said last week, I'm sorry I keep saying that, but only 4% of the population there is Christian, and there's just you just get a lot of flack, man. From Muslims, they want people to become Muslims, and it's working. We used to be 5% Christian. Now it's only 4%, and
Well, I'll tell you what you should do.
I'm not saying that there's anything wrong. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Muslims. I'm not. I don't understand. I just personally don't understand why there's a conflict between Muslims and Christians. I just think
it's the fundamentalists in each group that are dangerous, man. You should, if you get a chance, dude, check out my show last night on religion. I mean, I go off on everybody. And you may want to even share that with your fans, that one show, because I think last night's show is probably my best show yet. I basically encapsulate the world's religions and tell what's wrong with them as far as people being fundamentalists and saying, if you believe in a different invisible dude than I believe in, we're going to kill you. Well, that's fucked up right there. I mean, seriously, it's just not cool.
Yeah, that's true.
What other species on this planet has a member voice a noise and then they get killed for it? It's just strange, man. It's not natural.
They have a what?
Oh, I was just going to say, if you look at Mother Nature, you have people dying if they try to become alpha males. You may have mates, somebody trying to earn a mate, and they'll kill each other. But if you get a wolf that cries, he never gets attacked. But yet humans, all we have to do is say the wrong thing, and next thing you know, bombs are going off. And it's just messed up when it comes to religion. Religion is a very touchy subject. And last night, dude, I just said, screw touchy. We need to get to the heart of this and start acting like human beings and not animals.
Mm-hmm.
And we do. If you believe in the Muslim tradition and you believe in the Prophet Muhammad, good. Believe in that. Love it. Have 100% faith. But don't come bomb my people. That's messed up. We're not trying to take you away from Muhammad. I mean, but that's what they do. You believe differently than me. Poof. And then we go over, and we white people shouldn't even talk, because we will go over there and stomp them into the ground while we've disrespected them for 10 years in their cultures with our UN policies, and you wonder why they get pissed off at us. That, along with some well-done propaganda, and the next thing you know, they're on planes headed for the World Trade Center. Everybody needs to be a little more sensitive to other cultures. That's a big deal. That's my view.
But you don't have anything against Muslims, though, right?
Not at all. Not at all. I will die. If you're a Muslim in America and you say, Kevin, come over here. The Russians are coming. Tell me I cannot be Muslim. I'll say, give me my weapon. I'm going to die for your right to be a Muslim in this country, because it's in the Constitution, freedom of religion. I will die for your right to be a Muslim.
Yeah, me too.
That's how I feel about it. I have nothing against them, nothing at all. Now, the fundamentalists that believe everybody must die who isn't a Muslim, I got a problem with them. But still not a problem with their religion. It's a problem with them, the way they think.
Have you ever had problem directly, like people?
No.
Like any direct conflicts or?
No, I've never tangled with anybody that was a Muslim. I've never even tangled with anybody that was extreme Christian, right wing. But God knows I would if I came across them. And I used to do a show, a radio show. Part of this radio show was called Tuesday Tard Day, and I would attack somebody who was being an asshole, like Bill O'Reilly. And so yeah, I would tangle with the far right views, and I still will, because I think they're very intolerant. And intolerance is not what a world growing into massive population numbers needs. Tolerance is what this world needs, and we don't have it. We don't have it right now.
Yeah. And so, I'm doing my best myself to bridge the gap with, people call me like the terrorist of comedy, because because when you're never repeating a joke, and I said, what doing comedy is like walking the plank. There's no difference, really. Mm-hmm. And that's why when we were talking earlier that, there's different reactions by the audience, whatever, and you said, oh, we'll try different audience, and I'm like, well, honestly, all you're doing is, you know what walking the plank is, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's all that's really going on. I mean, maybe I'm overdoing it. Maybe, Wednesday's going to be show number 60. Mm-hmm. So, I don't personally believe that's possible. I mean, I don't steal anybody's jokes. Robert Williams used to steal. He used to tell people, well, hey, I'm going to take your joke, and then he would pay people like $150 a joke.
Damn.
I
didn't know that.
I try to come up with all my own material, and And I usually do. I mean, my dad told me this joke, and I didn't even use it, but I've been using it on air. But I don't think it's possible because, I've done 60 videos. I theme them. My theme last week was politics.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about. I told you that Heinz joke, right, about John Kerry.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I used that one. I tried it here. I used it there.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like repeating a joke, but I guess I am the new face of terrorism, or I guess I am the comedian terrorist, or I'm that clown, on the corner, depressed and petting a dog, What are you gonna do, I'm just a bald clown that's terrorizing Kevin's show.
That's right. And for those of you that don't know, Ramzy took 7 kicks to the nuts, and you need to go check out his video clips to see that. Do you have a link to those video clips on your Facebook page, Ramzy?
Well, that's what I was just going to say. Well, it's funnyordie.com/7nutshots. 7 nutshots. So that's all you got to type in, funnyordie.com/7nutshots. I posted it yesterday, and it had 397 views because, having a page, you get insights.
Mm-hmm.
And, dude, my mom went apeshit. She went apeshit. She went in my account. She deleted it. She's like, deleted off Funny or Die. It's still on Funny or Die. Unless she finds it. She's a little psychotic, man.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, why are you letting this kid kick you in the balls? Because that on that 7th nut shot that I did not see coming, my business partner took my nutsack as a soccer ball and kicked it like he was David Beckham.
That's right.
And I basically, made a mark in the wall. I got slammed into the drywall or whatever, and that's the funniest part. And then everybody is commenting. They're like, "Oh my God, I must have been in so much pain." I'm like, "Dude, I wasn't." It was just funny.
I thought he was coming on with you tonight. What happened to your business partner?
Well, okay. Should we three-way him? I mean, he could come on. He'll come on.
We can do that. While you're doing that, I'm gonna tell my audience. This guy, Ramzy, had him call me, and he calls up and he starts mumbling. I'm listening to the Google Voice message. I hadn't laughed this hard in a few years. He goes. He starts mumbling. He's like, murmur, murmur, Kevin. This is murmur. And then there's this like 10-second silence, and then this is all you hear. This message sucks, and he hangs up.
I told you, dude. He's a genius, man. He's a genius. And if I knew how to three-way him, I would. I don't know how to. I could do it on my cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, he'll probably answer the phone. And I mean, Kevin, this guy is just a gift from the gods, dude. Like if we were to three-way him right now, he'd call and be like, just say some random stuff, just like be like, I went to church today, and he'll just start saying some random, just like off the wall. I made a movie about him. It's for free. It's called Brent Spends the Night, and then I got emailed by Quad Cinemas, who's an affiliate of New York Times, and they want a sequel. So I made a bigger budget sequel. It's going to be called Brent's the Greatest Comedian in the World. And as I may have mentioned last Thursday, I have 3 or 4 radio interviews. And this one that I had in Kentucky on Triple Threat Radio, this guy called in. He said it was John from L.A., and he said, why are you always making fun of that retard? And, like, that was not only hypocritical, but, like, it was completely provoking violence. Like, just the fact that he's blaming me for something that I never did, but he's like putting salt in the wound and doing it, humiliating me live on air. And then he was asking me where I'm going to move to in LA, like he was acting all hard. And but anyway, you could see that movie. It's at 7 film festivals, circulating Chicago Palestine Film Festival right now.
Okay.
This weekend it's playing. It's just really funny. 59 minutes, but with the trailer. And like I said, the sequel's going to be bigger budget. It's for free, no advertisements. Has like 3,000 hits or 4,000, something like that.
Okay. And where would they find that again?
I uploaded it last month, or like 2 months ago, so it would be under youtube.com/tabs801.
Okay.
That stands for trick ass bitches. TABS 801, and then in under recent uploads, or if you were to go to YouTube and type in Brent Spends the Night, or if you type in youtube.com/Brent Spends the Night, people are commenting saying it's like poetry, saying it's. I mean, like I said, it's low. It's micro budget. I mean, we literally did not put any money into it. Like we were just like kind of on the fly. We accidentally ran over a bird. There was just some wild stuff going on. We talked about about just we touched on a lot of subjects about why we resolved on who's funnier and why I'm a better comedian but he's funnier, and we just get into things. It's not, like I said, it's not like something that you're gonna see at it's not like there's no budget to it, but it's very, very funny. It's called an experimental. It's there's been a lot of rave reviews about it. No negative views. We don't make fun of each other. He does swear a lot. He's got a little anger management problem. Mm-hmm. But we just go off some stuff. We talk about like Angelina Jolie and just we just kind of riff on each other. Kind of like me and you, but like you can't riff on somebody who's mentally challenged because it's just
you gotta be careful. There's a line.
Yeah. It's just there's just no. It's just like there's nothing to it. There's no. Like there's no point. There's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not going to benefit you in any sense because then you're going to feel guilty, and then people in public are going to scrutinize you, and then and then he's going to use that against you, and then it's just so I've never ever we've done 15 shows together. I've never been hard on him. He on the other hand will play that card, into the ground. He'll just terrorize me and my shows, and I can't do anything about it really. So it's taught me discipline as a comedian.
That's right.
I'm sure it's helped me because he's been by my side and we've been bouncing ideas off of each other. And discipline helps. Dealing with people like Brent. And I've learned to do so. But I've like the guy who called in who said that I was making fun of him. Never. You can watch the whole movie. I do not make fun of him. I don't. There's absolutely no rhyme or reason to go after somebody that suffered from something that's like we have a joke, like my parents are third cousins, and my dad the other day was like, dude, don't make fun of me because like one of my jokes on Wednesday was because one of my jokes on Wednesdays was like, I'm the owner, host, director, founder, and performer of an editor of I Never Repeat a Joke, and just kind of being fancy pants. And then I said, I have a better idea for a TV show or a web series. It should be called Parent Swap, where you get to choose your own parents. And but you can't choose your relatives because then everyone will be fucking their cousins. But my dad, like, he's like, well, that's not cool because in my day, back in the 70s, that was the thing, or maybe it was like the Arabic thing. That was like what everyone was. That was the glory. Like, if you can marry a cousin, then you were somebody.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Well, that's what he said. It might have just been in the Middle East. Mm-hmm. So what Brent always says, one of his jokes is that he'll say, Ramzy, it's not cool that I'm mentally challenged because Ramzy's parents are cousins, and he's the one that should be, he's inbred. He's the one that should be that should be, mentally. And who knows? Maybe I have been diagnosed as ADHD from a priest.
Mm-hmm.
That was Reverend Blanchard in Maryland, which is that close? That's close to Virginia, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Right north of us.
Yeah, I was on Black Man with the Gun podcast, and he wrote a short article. He deleted the podcast because I was making fun of Rihanna and Obama and just saying some raucous shit. So there's no podcast, but you can read the article. You could definitely find that on my Facebook.
Since when did a priest diagnose someone with ADHD? Does he have a medical degree?
No, that's a good point. But he says that I have the focus of a 00 buckshot, and so he went from that to that. It was kind of hypocritical. And then he said, and then after all said and done, I mean, the name of his show is Black Man with the Gun, and he's promoting that black people should carry guns. And I'm like, dude, we shouldn't even, I shouldn't even agree. Like that's not something that I would ever promote. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
but you didn't know when you went on the show that was part of the theme, right?
That what?
Like him promoting black people carrying
guns.
Oh,
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I didn't realize, I did a little bit of research, but I did not realize the focus of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I might have, I mean, I have tinnitus, and as I said, I work with veterans from the armed forces, and a lot of them have tinnitus. Football players have tinnitus, musicians, construction workers, elderly. And I shot a film, a docu-narrative, when I was 18. I was 19. I shot a biopic about tinnitus. Just to bring awareness to it, but it didn't come. There's a trailer for it, but the movie didn't come out. I mean, it came. I mean, it's completed. It's 60 minutes, but it's shot in hi-fi. It just sounds terrible. I mean, dude, it would be a fantastic movie, but it needs a lot of restoration or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I do have tinnitus, but I mean. Brent's right. I mean, he always says, Ramzy's parents are cousins. He should be, he should have like web feet or something, and here I am, walking like Kaiser Sose. I don't think that he has a limp. I just think that he has some kind of like infection. He has this kid has the hygiene of like a muskrat. Like, yeah, I go there and I do his laundry, I do his dishes, I cook. Like I honestly I grew. It's like that scene in Dumb and Dumber where he's driving those dogs around and he's like, and Jeff Daniels is like, I clipped them, I bred them, I groomed them, I fed them, I bred them, you know what I'm saying? Like I do everything for this kid. And I still go over there. He's got like spider walls on his ceilings, and he's got eczema, but I mean we're still best friends. But I don't think he has a gimp. I just think that he has like I don't know, just like a bunion or something.
Is he a smelly? I mean, he doesn't clean himself.
Yeah, he smells terrible. No.
How do you do that?
I'm not being an asshole. I'm just saying,
How do you do that? I can't be around a funky smell and operate.
The other day he spent the night. He's like, "Hey Ramzy, can I borrow your computer?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, whatever, dude." And he takes my computer to the bathroom, and all I hear is, "Ay, ay, 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 ay." and then he walks out. I'm like, "Holy shit, man!" He flushes the toilet wipe out. I'm like, "What were you watching?" He's like, "German porn." So, dude, he ripped my shower head off the wall. I mean, he's punched me in the face driving 45 miles per hour. He's taken my credit card, bought Hennessy and Salisbury steaks, and just like, he's living the life, man. He won $500 buying a lottery ticket with me, and this is a video on YouTube, and he's cashing in the 500, and he's like telling this girl that it's only. He's like, "This is only $400," yelling at this broad, and her name says "gay," and I'm like, "Holy shit!" I'm like, is that short for Gail? That has to be short for Gail. Just tell me that's short for Gail. And she's like, no, it's not. I'm like, and she's like, my mom's a total bitch for calling me gay. And I'm like, and we were just talking about, like, you know, how that must be like. And that video is on, like I said, that video's on there. It's only like a couple minutes. And he's all excited, and, you know, because he just won $500. And I'm, like, begging him for, like, $20 for gas, you know, just, like, playing his game or whatever.
That's funny. Hey, everybody, I just want to remind my listeners, I've got to get over to another show, which is Caps on Tap. I promised them at 11 o'clock. But let's give them a teaser, Ramzy. What can they hear from us next Friday if you're available?
I am definitely available. We will be talking about teaching comedy, perhaps.
Okay.
About we could be talking about you know, what is patriotism, and
we can talk about your stinky friend. And could we have your business partner on as well?
We'll have him on for sure, and yeah, I'll tell some more tall jokes, you know, about Kevin having sex with giraffes, you know.
See y'all.
That kind of
he
stuff.
thinks I'm into bestiality, man. You know? he probably thinks I eat pork too, you know, and I do, bastards. So how about that?
All right. Well, thanks a lot, man, and definitely tune in. You know, it's gonna be a great time.
Yeah, my very short Arab friend Ramzy here. Look him up. He's on Facebook. He's all over the web. You can't miss him. Anybody who will take 7 shots to the nuts is a friend of mine. And we will talk to you again soon, Ramzy. Next Friday, everybody, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you on the Ramzy and Kev show.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All righty. Thank you, Ramzy. That was Ramzy Sweis, everybody. What a guy, you know. I mean, just what a guy. He's representing the American who is an Arab, who is probably having all kinds of doubt cast upon him just because of his looks. Anybody else think that sounds familiar? I'll bet there's some races out there that goes, join the damn club, you know. Well, that's part of what truth is, and we got to get it out there. Arabs, he's an American, born here and in heart. Okay, he couldn't even learn to speak Arabic just because he has family over there. It was too hard. I've tried it myself. I spent about 10 minutes and said, fuck this, not learning Arabic. I'll brush up on my French and just hope that's enough. So that's going to be it. I'll tell you what, I've got to prepare for this cap show. I promised my people 11 o'clock, so I'm already late and didn't even get any. I only got a few notes. I never use notes or scripts on my Truth on Tap show, but I have to use it on the Caps on Tap show because I'm referring to names. So what we're going to do here to lead out, as is my custom, is I'm going to give you 1 or 2 Bad Ace songs. We're going to start off here with Scandal Cafe by Bad Ace.
You're listening to Truth on Tap with host Kevin Kierstead.
Oh, baby, I need your love. Oh, baby, I need your love. Tonight I'm thinking about the time that we first met. Oh, baby, that's a night I'll never forget. Oh, for sure. Well, I was just looking for a roll in the head. How could I know that you would blow me away? Now I'm hooked on you, baby, and I need you every day. We were having a party in a your touch. Touch me, baby. When you give it to me, I never get enough. Oh, lady, I need your touch. Girl, need your touch. Touch me, baby. Steal your love. When you give it to me, I never get enough. Oh, lady, I need your touch. Feels so good inside, feeling this way. I went to see you, but you weren't at home. But you called later on, sitting lonely by the telephone. We talked a little while, yeah, and I made you laugh. And then on the next day, I walked you to class. We didn't realize, no, we felt this way. My high school dream had finally come true. We were together as one. Only to find it would be short-lived, no, because of some things that I had done. We didn't realize she knew so well. We didn't realize that she would tell. We didn't realize, no, it wasn't meant to be. I didn't know that I could feel this way, and even on such a sunny day, I didn't know a feeling of this kind. Feels so bad inside, feeling this way. Ran across your picture, baby, just the other day. Imagine conversation, we knew just what to say. I held you in my arms and never let you go. And I realized I loved you ever more. I didn't realize, no, I didn't realize, I didn't realize I felt so strong for you. I didn't know that I could feel this way, and even on such a cloudy day, I didn't know a feeling of this kind. Feels so good inside, feeling this way.
You're listening to Truth on Tap with host Kevin